Howdy, hello, my name is Sagé Preferred.
And I'm the heart of Alabama, Amber Valentine.
And you're watching the very first episode of... So how are you doing, Amber?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. So what's been going on? Any newer news in your life so far?
Just recently went for a pageant. Mm-hmm. Possibly looking at another one, not sure yet. I don't know. I'm getting ready for Pride.
To be continued.
Getting ready for Pride.
To be announced.
Yeah.
We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah.
Well, here on newer news, we talk about all new things coming to not only our lives, but Alabama as a whole.
Yeah.
And all exciting things. And in my life, I just got a new cat. So if y'all hear noises in the background, it's probably him meowing.
Yeah.
Because he's been doing a lot of that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It is very, very, very interesting. And he's a kitten. So I've had a cat for a minute, but it's never been like a kitten. We're gonna start our broadcast off today with
our headliner news.
So first up in headliner news, we have our preferred queens of RuPaul's Drag Race with Amber and I. So this is a part of a little series that we've been doing for a minute, but some official announcements to come about that.
Yeah.
Maybe in this episode, we shall see. But make sure to click my YouTube. You should already be on my YouTube if you're watching newer news, because it is only on YouTube.
And make sure you subscribe.
But yeah, our preferred queens of Drag Race. It was a very quickie video. We finally got around to watching it, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It was pretty quirky.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But speaking of the YouTube, another recent video we had was the Preferred Few, episode 11 with Jacqueline Jillian.
Lucky number 11.
And she got up there in views.
Yeah.
We talk about this constantly. She
done pretty quick, girl.
She was up there. She was up there in views. She was really up there in views. Like legitimately. She got him, girl. But this was a fun experience. I remember it was from the beginning with the Preferred Few until now, episode 11. We just hit episode 10 of the Preferred Few with special guest Flapjack, and now we're on episode 11.
And look how many people are watching.
Yeah, more episodes of the Preferred Few to come. But speaking of the Preferred Few,
we've even upgraded with a new logo.
Yeah.
Which is fun and quirky.
Yeah.
And it kind of helps with the scene.
Yeah.
Pink is, everybody's favorite.
Definitely. And black and white is the color combo for the Preferred Few, especially with the backdrop. The backdrop was actually pretty new with episode 7, I believe. My own show, and I don't know for a fact, but I believe it. I know it was with Veronica Salvatore. It was episode 7.
Maybe.
Anyways, and we're upgrading. We're constantly upgrading. This newer news is a new segment, and we got microphones now, so we're upgrading with that. And we're going on from there and there. But continuing with the Preferred Few, the Preferred Few applications are still open. So if you would like to be on the Preferred Few, all you have to do is go to any of my socials, and there is a little QR code. You scan the QR code. It's a very, very, very short little form that you fill out. And it's pretty simple. Speaking of that, though, if you do not get a reach out immediately for the Preferred Few, do not fret. I do not plan to do the reach outs until the month of planning. So let's say if you put July, which we are now accepting applications for July through November at the current moment. If you put July, I'm probably not going to reach out to you until July, because that's how filming for me works and scheduling for filming. But yeah, so click on the link. There's also links not in this QR code, but if you are not interested in being on the Preferred Few, but you would like to see someone on the Preferred Few, there's a request form as well. So make sure to click on those links.
With those updates out of the way, let's get into what's coming soon. If you are looking to see where you can find me every weekend, you can find me at the Quest Club every single Friday night with the Royals of Fridays. That includes Victoria Taylor and Sasha Allure as well.
And this is a very quickie show. I have went to this several times, to be honest. Even me and Deja went to it not too long ago. And like you said, every single Friday, you need something to do in Birmingham. Shows at the Quest.
Yeah,
the Quest is bumping now these days. You know, she's getting back up there.
And it's about to be summertime, so we're starting to do themes, and we're talking about bringing back our film party sometime this summer. So yeah, be watching out.
So this Friday, May 17th, you can catch Amber. As well as this Friday, May 17th, you can catch me in Auburn, Alabama at Coffee Mafia at this quirky little show. It's an all-ages show. It's featuring me, Ethan Jax, Idol King, and it's hosted by Skittles. So if you want to come to a show in Auburn, you can come and see me. If you want to come to a show in Birmingham, you can easily, come see Amber.
We can party afterwards.
And my show is going to start at 8. Well, doors open at 8, show starts at 9. And Quest Club, honestly, 12 to 1 p.m.
12:30.
Yeah, 12 to 1 a.m. Yeah.
So you can make it both shows.
Honestly, around that time.
You can make it both shows.
But speaking of shows, Pride is right around the corner. This is being filmed and coming out in May. May 15th is the premiere episode of Newer News. And that means Pride is literally right around the corner.
It's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah. And we have quite a few involvements with Pride. My first one is going to be June 1st at Auburn Pride. Auburn / Opelika, Pride on the Plains. Technically, it is, I guess, representing. It says it's in Kiesel Park, which is Auburn. It's featuring Raja O'Hara from RuPaul's Drag Race, which I am obsessed with.
And Canada versus the World.
Yeah, the winner. We also have Flapjack. We have Tucker, who I love and adore. Tucker is like literally my favorite. We also have Aries Alexander, who I've never met or worked with, and I'm super excited to meet, and Fawn, who we also know from Birmingham. So I'm pretty excited for my kickoff of Pride. And speaking of Pride, we also have
Pride Fest in Birmingham.
Yeah.
It is the Revolution Pride Fest this year. Which we get to have some fantastic entertainers from RuPaul's Drag Race. Actually, some from All Stars 9, which premieres will premiere this Friday.
Yep, May 17th.
May 17th. Such as Angeria Paris Van Michaels.
It's a long name, girl.
I was like, wait, is it a
long name? Yeah.
And you got Miss Georges as well. And of course, we got Miss Kasha Davis. Yeah, Miss Kasha Davis. And the wonderful Britta Filter. It'll be a fun time. Pride typically starts at 11.
As well as Axel Andrews.
Yep, Axel Andrews from Orlando, Florida, who is a sweet soul. Yeah. I love Axel. We kiki every time he's over here for Pride.
But with Pride, a lot of the information will be coming next episode. For we'll be getting down and dirty with all of the Pride events.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about all of them in detail. So stay tuned for that.
And we're even going to be going to some ourselves.
Yeah. So we're going to be getting into detail with those. But speaking of new things to come, Dragged, we recently just had the brand new co-host Deja Moore with Drag at the last one at Dothan Dance Club. It was pretty quirky. It was pretty interesting.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was at work.
It was very interesting. But the brand new next one will be coming in June. Stay tuned for that. We will be talking a little bit more about that. But speaking of that, to go with it, the Preferred Show Local Hotties just happened alongside on Saturday. Drag happens Friday. And then we had the Preferred Show on Saturday. And this one was Local Hotties, which was all local entertainers, including Shimmery, Deja Moore, Rim Souza, and me, starting from Dothan. I hosted it, of course. But speaking of the Preferred Show, the Preferred Show for June actually is going to have a new date. So we're kind of combining Pride in Dothan with the Preferred Show to make it a big old Pride.
Yeah.
Wink, wink. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the cast. So it will not be happening. And also that it was kind of a little wonky with scheduling because Dragged happens every second Friday. And technically in June, it wouldn't have happened on the second Friday because the second Friday would have been... It was messed up. Yeah. And the 31st, the first Friday would have been...
The 31st.
It was super confusing. So it kind of helped out with the situation. And also, I had Central Alabama Pride the next day, which I will be performing in at 12:45. Nope, that is Auburn. That I will be performing at 12:45. Central Alabama Pride has not been announced yet. But yeah, so that's why I was like, that works out perfectly for me. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. And also, I'll be down in Dothan hosting a pageant, or not hosting a pageant, judging a pageant as well. So stay tuned for that. More of that as well. Yeah, I didn't even tell you about that. Yeah.
Coming new to the preferred franchise, if you will, is a new segment that I guess a segment that's really been going on for a while, but we've officially made it a new official cemented thing.
Yeah,
which is the preferred choice.
Logo. Yeah.
It's got its own logo. It's gonna have its own new set. So yeah, super excited about that. This will start coming out every second Sunday. So yeah, make sure you watch and be ready for it. Speaking of current things and new things, we recently had a new video of the preferred trivia posted with the winner, Gina, who is my arch nemesis, because
we'll go with that.
As I've lost now twice on the channel in this little segment that we have, I think it's rigged. It's rigged.
Wait, you had that theory about the whole chair. Whoever was sitting in a certain chair was the winner.
And I was wrong.
But speaking of Gina, she, as the winner, has a video to come out on my channel. And that has been filmed. That has been in the editing process. And that is coming out this next Sunday.
Yeah.
So we had it's not the technical our preferred choice first video, because it wasn't announced as a segment by then, but it's coming out after our preferred choice of the queens of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. And speaking of the preferred trivia show, the preferred trivia show will be coming out May 26th. Two special, very funny and gag-worthy guests. And also, just to officially put it out there, the preferred trivia show will be happening every end of Sundays of the month. So the last Sunday of the month will be the preferred trivia show. The preferred few will be the first Sunday of the month. Our preferred choice will be the second Sunday of the month. And then a random video will be the third. Yeah, and then if we have fourth, another random video.
And we got a lot of great ideas for these random videos that we get to put in. So.
Yeah, but continuing with things to come and a little bit more of shows, I haven't a brunch. Haven't done a brunch in a hot minute, but I have a brunch in Geneva, Alabama at Camp Out coming May 26th with Shimmery and Deja, who I've worked with several times in Dothan. So yeah, I'm super excited about that.
That's gonna be super exciting.
Yeah.
Now that we're fresh in the loop with all the new things, let's get freshly caught up in the loop of Drag Race.
Drag Race, yeah. So, of course, as we already kind of mentioned, we have All Stars 9 coming out May 17th. This is kind of unfortunate because we both have shows that day, so we don't get to watch it together. Yeah. And we're not doing the preferred podcast anymore, so we're not going to be talking about it. But let's talk about it. Yeah. I'm really excited for this season. We have incredible queens that I have loved for years. But speaking of favorites, starting with my favorite, Georges. I'm super excited for Georges.
I'm excited to see.
Loved her on season 14. She is a lip sync assassin through and through, and I can't wait to see her bring out her funny. Yeah. But I'm also rooting for Gottmik. I love this promo. This promo is everything. When I saw this, and season 13, I love Gottmik as well. One of my two wins. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I'm super excited. Who are you rooting for?
So my number one favorite thus far is Miss Angeria Paris Van Michaels. I'm excited to see what she brings fashion-wise to the.
I mean, this promo was already gag-worthy.
It's a huge step up from her season 14. So I'm super excited to see her. And then my number 2 thus far is going to be Miss Vanessa Miss Bean.
Yeah, we also get to work with C very, very soon. But we'll get into that next episode when we talk about all of the Pride events coming to Birmingham area.
Actually, 3 of our favorites.
Yeah. So super excited to see all that. Super excited to see this season.
Super excited to meet them.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see all the looks from Gottmik. It's gonna be an incredible.
That's how I am with Angeria. Like I'm super curious. And Miss Vanjie, I'm ready to see just what she slays because it's gonna be Georges and Vanjie as the looks set.
Yeah. But speaking of more Drag Race to come, a rumored season of Drag Race is RuPaul's Drag Race Global All-Stars. This is a very interesting and incredible cast that I cannot wait for. Some of my personal favorites being Kitty Scott Claus. Loved her on her original season. Actually, I think I wanted her to win, like, hands down. Honestly, as well as Eva La Queen. Loved her on Drag Race Philippines. One of my favorites, her verse in Papa Fate was literally incredible. Yeah. Who are you looking to see on this season?
My two favorites, starting with Eva La Queen from the Philippines. As we both know, she was one of my favorites on her season. She kind of slayed. And then all the way from Canada, season 2, Miss Pythia. Yeah. Pythia was slaying on her season. She did absolutely fantastic.
I'm just worried about her dancing skills.
Yeah. I mean, look at you and, top on the show.
She did make it somehow. But with those exciting new seasons to come, it's time for your exciting new questions.
Yeah, make sure to click in Make sure to click the link in all of our bios Girl. Make sure to click the link in both of our bios to ask your questions today.
Yeah.
We love answering them.
So your question is, do your dreams stay fresh in your mind when you wake up?
No.
Really? You don't remember your dreams?
No.
I mean, we had this theory for the longest time that if you smoked a bowl of cereal before you went to sleep, you wouldn't remember your dreams. Because for the longest time, I didn't remember my dreams either. But it's crazy because when I went down to Dothan, well, technically I was in Ozark. Because I was in Dothan, but I stayed at my mom's house in Ozark. At my mother's house, yeah. And I had this dream that I crashed and my car burned on fire.
Oh, did you die?
No. Shockingly, no. Yay. Yeah. So yeah, well, I guess we don't remember our dreams. But anyways.
All right, time for your question. Are you ready for your question? Has anyone ever broken your heart?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's why, trauma.
Who was it?
With us being all talked out, it's time for us to end the very first episode of Newer News. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials at The Only Preferred.
And while you're following her, make sure you follow me on all my socials at Amber_V_Valentine on all social media platforms.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for a brand new video here on the YouTube channel every single Sunday, and a brand new Newer News the first and third Wednesday of the month. Yeah. But until then, stay preferred,
stay full of love,
and always stay
ready for the news.